it's changed.
Oh, yeah.
So from
And
when we were,
separate and analyze.
yeah, exactly. So it's changed from, you know, when I was in school, and it's like, oh, you must memorize, you know, all the state capitals or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
especially, you know, the amount of information that's accessible. You know, there's that much more bad information that's accessible.
Yeah.
So you gotta know, I mean, this, you know, might look like an article, but.
Right, right.
Right hand.
Yeah, we gotta go wrangle some folks.
I tried to find some rope for you as well.
No, publicity campaign.
They're a small group, I think we can run them down.
So, it's definitely wants to be a-
What's the icon here, the AS? I haven't seen that one before.
You know, I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
So I think
Tell me, that's what I always tell my students, why don't you tell me? They're like, and it's, you know, and I always tell my students, it's okay not to know something,
Sure.
but it's not okay to not know how to find out about it.
Absolutely. The way he's going about it, that's the, but I understand, I mean, it's opportunity right there. So hopefully in the next few months,
Sure.
he'll get closer, because he's got an organization
I looked up,
children.
Hootsuite has a lot of reports that are been down.
Really?
Last day, it looks like the website, the feed is still working on the app, but
Organization children.
But the website is,
Ounce of prevention, that's it. That's it. That's it.
yes, I
It's
just,
just the other thing.
some homework for today.
The other pieces everybody's talked to is bleeding, it's vintage. Can you talk to a business person? Business person. So it's going.
So I don't know if you want to keep a stack of these for other faculty
Yeah, that
who
would
may
be
be
great.
interested. I mean, I bring them out. So.
Super.
So if everybody keeps doing that, you're losing the real opportunity.
Well, it's gonna be,
We're gonna work it out.
it's gonna be.
Oops, you know what? I need one for me so I can remind myself.
I can't get in my brain.
this is nice, less hair issues this way.
Yeah.
Technology
Oh, excuse me.
in its
Sounds
own
like we
way.
got
You know what, I'm waiting for some sort of visor to come down that I can, like, you know,
Oh,
tweet
yeah.
from.
It's the Google hat. All right. So what is the AS? It might not even exist anymore.
The only AS app I could find was not that one.
Yeah, this one,
No, that's,
I don't know what a lot of these are.
and that might be an O actually.
yeah, I was thinking it might be, oh, but if I
That
look up
one, that
OS,
exists.
So,
I read it, dig.
yeah,
yeah,
Reddit,
this is,
Foursquare.
Oh, we care about this
Foursquare.
Twitter.
yeah, thank you, I'm like, so obvious.
I don't know the
anymore.
name of the shovel.
Picasa, YouTube,
Picasa.
Facebook,
Blogger.
Blogger, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Flickr.
Yeah.
What's the man with the shovel?
Huh?
The,
Oh, looks like he's next to a mailbox.
Yeah, I think it's a mailbox, not a shovel.
Although sometimes it feels like you need
The
a shovel to
Undertaker
bring the
app.
mail, right?
Yeah, the Undertaker. Your time is up. Yeah, we don't like that out. We don't want that out.
I'm pretty limited in what I use. I don't use Pinterest. Or
Yeah, you know, I could see
Instagram.
Pinterest for like
Is
art
Instagram
classes.
yeah, I mean, I get it.
Is one of these
Not for
Instagram?
me.
Yeah. I
Or
don't even know what.
Pinterest? I don't even know, I mean, that's how little
Yeah.
I even know
No,
about.
Pinterest isn't.
It's not.
Isn't
It's a, isn't it like a,
Yeah.
Oh, that's for like
Yeah.
red, a red on white, I think, yeah.
yeah.
All right, so this is the part where we get to know you guys a little bit. Oh, okay, sorry.
I can't get my.
They're gonna use up all your Purell.
Go nuts, we have a lot. There's more of that.
So I know I'm gonna need some help.
That's all right, that's what we're here for. See if there's a tweet from Hootsuite about their site, because they do tweet.
Yeah. You know, I was looking at Hootsuite's site yesterday, and they have a new tool called Hootfeed, because I was looking for like a Twitter wall, a Twitter wall, but I couldn't bring up Hootfeed, and that's when I found that other one. What was it called? Tweetbeam, which was really cool. So the Tweetbeam I found, you know, I just searched my class, and of course it only pops up. Look, the wall of Cheryl's. Yeah, then you have a whole bunch of. It's awesome. TV World 14.
Well, we looked that up, but it didn't have much, that's why I notes recently have a lot.
Or EduCause,
Have a safe feeling. Oh, yeah.
and then you can actually close out, and then if you hit the arrows, the X arrows, it'll go full screen. And then it shows the hashtag. That's pretty cool, right?
Okay, excellent, good, beautiful. We were really trying to, because you got Facebook, that's fine. You connected with anybody?
Yeah, so I think we're gonna use that for talk.
Or what?
Okay. Should I leave my hat on, or do I look too silly?
No, you look very cute.
Look very cute.
Yeah, it does look good.
All right, good.
That's why I got.
I like it. Should we start up again? Should we get started?
Okay.
So this is our opportunity to get to know you guys a little bit. We didn't really do introductions earlier, so thought we'd go around the room and find out what your role here is. And maybe you're not all instructors, but if you are, maybe what are the courses, topics, programs that you're part of. And then just to get a little bit of a feel of how much Twitter usage is going on. And I'm guessing that the answer to that is already probably pretty low, but that's okay.
For me.
That makes this even more valuable. So why don't you get us started?
Yes,
Start with your name too.
My name is Candy Bennett, and I teach a freshman seminar 1500 class, which is that whole beginning thing. You're a new freshman, you need to know the policies and procedures of the university, and I use Facebook, and I also use the media to get across to them, because that's the group, the generation I'm teaching. So it's no longer you stand up there and lecture, which I don't like to do, but you have to use things to incorporate their ideas within your class. So the reason why I signed up for this class is like, maybe I can learn a little something, because I don't tweet.
Yeah.
So this is a new thing for me, and then I want to do something with the students in the class.
Do you know if your students tweet?
They do.
They do?
Mm-hmm. And I remember when a couple years back somebody said, "Elizabeth, do you tweet?" I said, "No, and I'm not." Just like I said that I wasn't going to text. And my daughter laughs at me because she would text me and I said, if you can't call me, I'm not texting. And then all of a sudden I said, I've got to learn how to text.
Yeah.
So I did, and I texted her and she immediately called me and said, what's wrong? What's wrong? I said, no, I just wanted, she said, oh, it scared me. I said, this could be my mother. So I text my relatives, and the ones that were younger was saying, I don't think this, is this auntie texting? What is going on? They were shocked.
That's amazing.
But it's
Great.
fun, and I do it a lot. I'm like, oh, I didn't know how simple this was. Because when if I'm not on campus and I forgot something, I need to talk to someone in the office, it's so simple. And I'm like, I'm making my life a little bit simpler here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very good. All right, well, we'll make a Twitter account for you today and get you started on it. It's not that difficult. David?
Well, I'm James Kowalski. I'm faculty development specialist here in the CTRE. And the only courses that I'm currently teaching are the online certification training course for faculty and another new online faculty development course. So all of my students are faculty. And I know that a couple of them do tweet. I don't follow them, but I know that they're into Twitter. And I do have a personal account which I never use. I do have an account for the department which I do use on a regular basis. Let's say at least 4 out of 5 days during the work week, all into it. I never add it on off. When I'm not at work, I just never think of it. It's not something.
Have you used Hootsuite?
I have not.
Okay, so that'll be, we'll introduce that tool later. That might change how you use those 2 accounts. So,
In terms of
not ignoring your personal account anymore.
okay.
I am Wanda Wright, and I'm the Director of Community Relations here at Chicago State. And I used to tweet, but I don't anymore. It's getting me back. Well, I couldn't get this contingent to tweet with me. But
Okay.
Oh,
my contingent is green and healthy, so I'm always doing stuff on food and environmental and
Oh, so much you could be tweeting on that, and if you're a community advocate, then.
Oh, I just got to get
But
it.
it's hard, it can be really hard when you feel like, I'm the only one, no one will care about this. I understand.
So there's a
that.
huge group out there that's interested in that, but they usually do their thing like on Monday, and that's when I'm not.
Another problem Hootsuite can solve.
Yeah, that's right, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, if the website's yeah.
Troy Harden, I'm faculty in the Department of Social Work here, and like I said earlier, I've got an account, set up an account a few months ago, played with it like one day a little bit, but then just in terms of, I'm signed out, what's my password again?
I've probably reset my Twitter password 50 times.
Right, which account, which device, is it easier to use? Is it my phone? Is it the computer? Is it my iPad? So I'm constantly switching between the 3, and then just trying to figure out branding, because I think a big part of it is brand. I think when I think about it, because Facebook, I think I'm lost, right? I've got like all these friends who were like, high school people or people I know. But what ends up happening, because I decided that it's not going to be a personal thing. I'm not going to show my family and all that. I just don't want to do that on Facebook. And so the professional stuff I send out, I don't get a lot of response. But send a picture of my daughter, I get like 100,000 likes. It's like, so I'm like, so I want to make a transition to more of a professional platform, whether that's tweeting, whether it's blogging and stuff like that. So
yeah, what's great about what all of you are saying is that you're experiencing the exact same struggles your students are going to experience. You're going to have students who may have a Twitter account and they're like, yeah, but I kind of use it for purposes that don't really work with class, or they're going to be completely, no, this is just not where I want to go, I'm intimidated by this, or I don't like it, or whatever, or I'm trying to figure out who I am in digital space, or that I like it, but nobody in my world likes it. So everything that you guys said is what your students will also experience, and so it's good that you will have empathy for them. And it's good that you're hearing each other's context, because then that gives you, I think, appreciation for where the students or the people you're trying to connect with will be coming from.
Can I say something? Because, you know, I follow Wanda, right? Because, right? No, because she's always doing and interesting stuff, right?
You mean on Facebook?
On
Facebook?
No, on Twitter.
You do?
No, I would.
Oh, you
I
would?
said I
Okay.
Oh, he would,
follow.
oh, okay.
You know, because I know she always, and so if she tweets stuff that I think is relevant to the community, stuff like that, those are the kind of things that I'm going to
Oh, cool.
respond to. But again, you know, it's kind of making that connection. And then how do I, if I got like 100 people I'm following, how do I make sure I see what she tweets?
Right, and you may not want to know about the farmer's market this weekend, but you may want to know about something.
That's where the
social
That's where the
hashtags,
hashtags.
hashtags come in.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, why don't we start with getting Candy set up so she can be in line with the rest of us, because you're the only one who doesn't have a Twitter account. So let's just get you set up. So you can do it on your phone if you want to, or
So
if
what
it's
kind of phone do you
easier,
have?
we'll,
I don't even, I can't see that one.
so I tell you what we can do.
Okay, so is it a Samsung?
So,
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so you can
You know
just
what?
download the app.
I was gonna say, do you wanna help her get an
Yeah.
account after?
Yeah,
And
'cause
I'll help you get an account set up.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is I'll
we
create
can
your
set it up.
password, but you can change it later to something secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so your full
But
name
you
is
definitely wanna keep it
C-A-N-D-Y.
secure.
Yes.
Okay, and then Bennett.
Bennett, B-E-N-N-E-T-T.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, email address.
and listen, I'm gonna let you.
Candy, do you want to use your CSU email address for the email address? Or do you have a personal email
I
address?
have a personal
Okay,
email.
what is the address you'd like to use?
C,
Mm-hmm,
V as in Vanessa,
mm-hmm,
Bennett,
okay.
629
Thank you.
@yahoo.com.
All right.
So
Because you'll
James
probably
can help
need
me.
to,
This is-
you'll probably need to log into that to confirm the account.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can do email on your phone. Do you do email on your phone?
I should be able to.
Okay, all right. If not, we can do it here on the laptop.
Right, so this is your website, so, do you know see, I'm not, I have an Apple, so, on Samsung, do they have like the app store?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Play.
Google Play.
Oh,
All right,
that's right,
so
I'm
that's
sorry, I probably should have done that part. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have a Samsung, I
Yeah.
have
I
a
have,
Android device.
oh, okay, all right, so how do I get out of your browser here? All right, so we can go to the App Store. Right here. Between the two of us, yeah.
Well, we both, I can barely see because I got the wrong glasses, so I'll just be honest.
Okay, so what we're looking for is Twitter. Let's click the search. And install. Oh, it's doing something.
That's what I be saying when I do stuff. What you doing? I'm like, well, it's fun to me.
That's right, I figured it out.
I figured it out, that's what
Yeah.
it is.
We're getting Candy set up on Twitter and then we're gonna move on.
All right. All right, so it's installed, so we can open that.
Candy, do you have a preference on what your username will be? Or what, so like when students see they'll see the @ sign and then like mine was KC Capstone. Do you want it to be based on like your class that you tend to teach that you would use it for, or?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the name of the class?
Freshman seminar,
Freshman seminar. Is there a number? Because that might be
1500.
1500. All right, we'll see if that's taken. All right. So I'm gonna
probably want to attach it to your, do you have your work phone on here? Or do you want Gmail? What is that?
We can do the Gmail.
Okay, so is that your Gmail account? Because it automatically populated. Yes. So change your. Now that might be a good one for your personal account, but if you want it just for school.
So if, freshman seminar is just one word, was already taken, so,
Okay.
and you can only get so many characters.
Okay.
So I can do freshman underscore SEM.
Oh,
As an
okay.
eight, that works,
That's
okay,
fine.
all right.
Yeah, great.
Take it in as she's doing it. M-A-N, freshman.
Did it freshman underscore? She did fresh underscore.
So it's fresh, yeah, it was freshman underscore SEM.
Okay. There's the underscore.
Did you?
Oh, I hate when these things keep giving me this over and over. Oh, it's because there's two numbers. What do you think that fuzzy thing right there is?
Do you have to?
6?
B66, yeah.
6, okay.
Wow.
Do you have to hit that and hit this to get the badge? Because I didn't see it. Is it up there where?
This one's a little easier to
You know
read.
how
Sometimes
sometimes
these
they
caption things are impossible to read.
There it is. Underscore. That's crazy. Freshman.
Set up another one.
Oh, really? What? I'm trying. I've been typing these things over and over. Let's see. E-D-O-E-B-A-C.
She says it.
Okay.
All right.
You're kidding me.
Can you even read this? I can't even read.
I don't know what that is.
Says. I know.
Oh my gosh.
That's even worse. What is that?
Yeah, those captions are
Yeah, this is like, what, the 6th time I'm trying this now.
nightmare caption.
Oh, I remember one time I had to do this for something.
All right, Candy
Oh.
Bennett, you're set up.
All right, so when you set up an account, it's going to ask you to go follow people. So you can follow me, you can follow Aurora, you can follow everybody here, and that'll be your 5 people.
Well, I see my daughter right there.
Is that your daughter?
That is my daughter
Are you
right
kidding?
here.
This
with
right
the
here?
braid. Yeah.
So follow her. Oh, won't she be surprised?
Oh, Lord. I was like, she has really, what is wrong with her?
That's amazing that it figured out. Oh, you know what? It's probably because it looks at your email address.
And
It
she's
looks
on
at
there.
other people that you've linked
Right.
that come up in your email address.
She is going, she's like, where is she?
Cheryl, yours is Cheryl, B-O-N-C.
Yeah, Cheryl Bonk. Nobody can spell my names. Too many vowels. There's me.
And then the CS, what's the, James, what is the CSU account? Would you-
CSU underscore CTRE.
CTRE? All right, you can follow that. Is there another Chicago State, like Chicago State News or something like that?
I believe there's an official one, yeah, through marketing, like a campus-wide one.
That's Colorado. Oh, this one right here.
Yep.
Here we go. CSU News. And we'll do me.
So you start seeing the tweets from
Yeah.
Follow me. And Troy, what is your username?
Hard underscore Troy.
I just, you know, I'm just.
This one here?
No,
Just the
yeah,
egghead?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
And then Wanda, what's your Twitter account handle?
Actually, I have Chicago State Community Relations account.
Okay, so would it be CSU Community Relations?
No, it's too long.
So I'm
Can I
gonna
change
put
it?
the password.
I
Yeah,
think there's a
that
way
she
you
just
can
set
edit your
What was the
handle.
password
I'm not
again?
sure.
Okay, it's CGOSTATE,
CGO,
STATE, COM, RLNS.
yeah, that's a kind
It's
of
too long.
convoluted, yeah. I mean, if somebody was, if they knew who, you know, who they were looking for,
Yeah, it should say, it should be CSU related,
okay.
combination.
All right, so you're, Candy, you're set up and you're following everybody in the room.
So what was her password?
It's capital C, capital S, capital U, capital T, lowercase EACHER, CSU teacher. And you can change that, I mean, edit that, I was just trying to make it something memorable. So CSU teacher with the T and the teacher capitalized.
Okay,
And
so
CSU capitalized.
CSU capitalized, T capitalized, but all other up lowercase.
Exactly.
All one word? No.
All one word, yep, password, yep.
Hey, look, you followed me.
Oh!
All right. I think we can, everybody's on board, we can start that assignment.
Do you know if it came up correctly?
It did, I was able to follow you from Candy's account.
Okay.
I haven't tried that on, my Hootsuite
Okay, so
application
then I
yet.
put, after I do that, just leave.
Hit the go button. And then, let's see. It's telling me, screen name freshman sim has already been taken, yes. This is
So our hashtag is this one?
So this is, yeah, so what we did is we put this hashtag up here so that as you're learning things and we're experimenting with this class, if we all use this hashtag, we'll start to be able to search that and see something come up. But the first thing you could do is just start maybe a hashtag search on something that interests you. So if you think about something you might use in a class, or something that you might, a topic that you're really interested in, you probably already do this, right? You have some, like you said, farmer's market. Maybe you search on hashtag farmer's market and see what comes up. I'm sorry?
Food finance.
Okay.
Food
Since
financing,
she set
yes,
it up
it's
over
up.
there,
And actually, you know what? One of the
I was
things that I find
mistakenly tried
really
to
cool is
create
a lot of
it.
times when they go to conferences,
So all we
there
have
will
to
be
do
a
is log in now,
hashtag just for the
okay.
conference. So if you search on the hashtag GFFCHI, all one word, GFFCHI. If you search on that hashtag, that stands for Good Food Financing Chicago, and that
it says welcome to
GFFCHI was their conference hashtag. And so you'll get to see all of the things that people were tweeting about the guest speakers, about the vendors, the little trade show area. So that's one of my favorite things to do on Twitter is when I go to a conference and we're all using the same hashtag.
Creek Film Fest.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
fun
also,
with the,
you can't do good
no, it's
food.
still
Yeah,
thinking about
sometimes
it,
there's
so that's
multiple
okay,
things,
it'll
yeah,
be
depending
loading,
on how
it'll
close
load
the
some
You
tweets
saw
from
it?
people,
Okay.
since you followed everybody in the room.
Here it is, Good Food Special. Got it.
All right.
I don't use it with
And
hashtag.
then come back and forth.
Got it.
Okay.
Type it in, right?
It depends on whether you're searching for a person or a hashtag. Sometimes if you know you're searching for a hashtag, putting in the hashtag will get you there a little bit faster.
All right. So as Aurora and I were setting this up today, we kind of were trying to think of different hashtags that we could create for this session. And in that blue box, it's that pound symbol is called a hashtag. So like we talked about, this is a whole different language here. So we'll be teaching you all the new words and how to use them and when to use them and when to use a hashtag versus a handle. Did anybody use a CB radio back in the 70s? When you had your handle?
Yeah.
Same thing, same terminology with Twitter. So this is your Twitter handle. So remember that and remember your passwords and all that. So this hashtag we created is hashtag Shy, SU for Shy State University tweets. So this could be a hashtag that you could keep or ditch or whatever you want to use. Because it'll be
where we're sending a bunch of tweets today so that we could do a search on them and see what it looks like when we do a search.
Okay,
Still thinking about stuff?
So it's nothing under that right now?
Not right now, but we're gonna put more
So
stuff.
now there's one. I just tweeted one.
So
Yeah.
we're supposed to create a tweet using.
Yep, so create a tweet about this session, learning all about Twitter at #ShySUTweets. Cheryl and Laura are cool.
Was everybody able to find us? Actually, I guess we're skipping ahead a little bit because it's the
Yeah.
next part of the assignment, is the
Are we
following.
inviting? Or
So learning
Let's
all
see.
about.
Like,
Twitter.
no, you could skip that.
Or anything you want.
We
You
could
can
do that
tweet
later.
it, you can, well, I happen to put fun to teach people
Okay,
to
so you're already
teach
followed,
with
so
Twitter.
hit finish.
You can type anything you want. Hope the lunch is great.
Okay.
Hashtag shy FCU
Okay.
tweets. I mean, there's
So
all
now
kinds of
these are the
things that you
people
could,
that
you could tweet anything you want.
you're already following those folks. Okay? So here's your Chicago State, UConn, can't read from back here. And there's Aurora.
Okay, so then when I want to tweet,
When you want to send a tweet, you would hit that message. Oh, no. Send a message. Let's go home.
Does Slate have a handle?
Yeah,
Slate group.
yeah.
Slate group?
Yeah, so now you just type in your tweets. Now, if you're sending out tweets, it's only 140 characters. So we'll talk about that and how to. But let's go through the assignment and start looking for the assignment part 1. And it's called #YourIt. I always try to make up interesting names for my assignments because that way my students think I'm crazy. And I'm okay with that because then they'll hopefully pay attention. So the first thing you want to do is kind of start looking for hashtags that may pertain to your class that you teach. So Troy, you teach social services?
Social policy.
Social policy?
Yeah.
That's a great hashtag. So do a search on #social policy and see what comes up. And
okay.
so if you want to do a search, okay, so go back, see the little tiny arrow that takes you back? So if you click on that,
Okay.
it'll take you back. And the search is always with the search eyeglass thing. So click on that, and then you want to do a search and just start press in there and type in #social policy. And usually hashtags are all one word, so don't put spaces in there.
Okay.
Are we creating something?
We're looking up a hashtag first.
So we did this right?
Let's see. Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So what did you find on social policy?
Oh, hold up, because I found some stuff and have already went through something that I can use for a class and have already.
See, there you go.
Uh-oh.
We just planted one little tiny hashtag seed.
Okay, so, well, it's had results, so this is what comes up, results for social work policy that I just get.
Oh, very good.
And what's also cool you might notice is that when you look at some of these tweets that are coming up, you see some other hashtags that you might not have thought about. So,
Yep,
public
see, there's the
policy.
hashtag
Okay,
right in
I
their
hadn't thought of that one,
tweet.
but, you know, some of the other hashtags might give you some ideas.
Okay, no, well, I did, actually, I went with social welfare policy, which I think is a little different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did you do that for me so I can?
Sure. So, hashtag social welfare policy. Now, the one thing that you might notice is that the longer the hashtag is, the less likely it probably is to be used, because people only have 140 characters to type, and they don't want to give a whole lot of it up to long hashtags, which is why you might find, I bet you'll find hashtag welfare. Hashtag welfare will probably cover the same ground as hashtag social welfare policy, even though in your world I know that there's a big difference,
Right.
but in the Twitter world where people are trying to really economize with their words, they're likely to use hashtags that are much shorter.
So I'm
So
getting,
you notice I'm not really
Yeah, and that might
getting
be,
come up.
you see, I'm getting results. I don't know if is this how it's supposed to look? Okay.
yeah, why don't you just show a regular Twitter before we do the
Yeah, let me go
tweeting
to-
thing?
Let me go to
Yeah,
Twitter
and you
over
could
here.
search, this is me.
You got a whole high-tech screen there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I changed pictures and all kinds of stuff. You could, I'm a big fan of New Orleans, so everything I have is fleur-de-lis. And,
Yeah, so that's what I got.
all right.
Okay, yeah. And
So-
it would be interesting, I think, I mean, so here's what's interesting, notice that there's only 4,
Right.
right? Because a lot of people are using that. However, and again, you're gonna get a lot more noise when you do this, but let's just search on welfare, just welfare, right?
That's one.
You're gonna get probably thousands of tweets.
Right.
Now, some of it's gonna be crap you don't want. You have to weed out a little bit more when you do a more generic search like this, but you might find some really interesting stuff just by searching on an easier, more high-level word.
If you notice, while Laura was typing in the search string, in the search box, Twitter itself was making suggestions for other things that you might want to search on. So it'll always make suggestions, so you can use those suggestions and not have to type as much, or you can continue on typing